Welcome back. Deep blue turning red as the tide turns for Trump in Silicon Valley. Members of California's historically liberal technology community turning out to support the former president in a massive fundraiser last week. The Trump campaign raking in $12 million at the event. Jacob Helberg was there. He serves as the senior policy advisor at Palantir and Stanford University Center on Geopolitics and Technology. Jacob, great to have you. Thank you so much for being here. You were once a prominent Democrat donor. You gave to Biden in his last presidential campaign, but you were there this week supporting President Trump. What happened?
So part of what we've seen over the last 4 years is I came from a one-party state, and like a lot of people in California and in Silicon Valley, I saw the Democratic Party get hijacked by the squad and a woke theology. President Biden campaigned as a moderate and ultimately has governed as a radical progressive. He has spent all of his time catering to his base, and ultimately he's now completely out of step with where the rest of the country is. Silicon Valley is in the business of building the future, and a lot of the philosophy that's been coming out of Washington has been about strangulating innovation instead of encouraging and supporting it.
Yeah, and we were talking earlier in the show about regulation with Senator Kramer that has really shackled so many executives in terms of their efforts to grow. Give us your sense of what specific policies are most problematic and where you want to see change in a new leadership in America.
Well, there are policies related to people's day-to-day work. The 44% capital gains would have an absolutely devastating impact on the venture capital business. The executive order on AI has caused a great deal of controversy because it has a mandatory reporting requirement that a lot of people view as a stepping stone to licensing. The crusade against crypto, a lot of people are very frustrated about that too. But there are also more personal issues, like October 7th. That has turned so many different voters into single-issue voters who were lifelong Democrats and who now see that the Democratic Party today is completely different than it was yesterday, and it's time to make a change.
Yeah, great point. Meanwhile, world leaders in Italy this weekend as the G7 continues. It was one of the major focuses at the G7 has been combating the threat of China and its support of Russia in the war against Ukraine. You also have Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen warning that China's over-concentrated supply chains pose a threat to U.S. jobs. Jacob, you're a member of the U.S.-China Economic and Security Review Commission. What's your assessment of the China threat? And do you believe that business in America is starting to recognize the national security threat more so than the ability to sell to 1.4 billion people in China?
So here's what's important for every American to understand. We are in the grips of a technological arms race with China. AI is poised to, for the first time in a generation, give us a chance to reindustrialize in this country because it can radically reshape the efficiencies of our supply chains. But China is racing to weaponize this technology and dominate this market. We're now seeing companies in the U.S. and in China race to develop general-purpose humanoid robots. We cannot allow them to flood this market with subsidies and unfair competition. Ultimately, there's one candidate in this race who has proposed putting in place tariffs and protections against unfair trade, and that's President Trump. And it's so important that we recognize that because this is a make-or-break issue for the future of our country.
All right, Jacob Helberg joining us.